I didn't plan on playing the rest of the Grand Challenge, but after streaming it a bit, I ended up playing the remainder, and I will be showcasing today some matches that I had in the Grand Challenge in day 2. If you want to watch day 1, I will link it down below in the description. I actually streamed that, so if you haven't already, make sure you follow the Twitch and the YouTube for more info on those streams, but you could go check out that VOD listed down below in the description. But let's break down the team I used real quick to play in this Grand Challenge. I'm not going to go super in-depth on the team because this is a pretty common core that we've seen, especially for the best of 1 ladder, so I'm just going to break it down pretty simply. This is a team that was able to do really well in the first Regulation H season with the first place on the Battle Stadium ladder. This was a team that was pretty dominant for the most part. The only difference was that it had a Assault Vest, Blood Moon Ursaluna, and then it was edited by Aaron Zhang, and then ended up bringing the Incineroar, and Aaron Zhang used that to get top 16 at the Monterey Regional Championship. Then James Evans was able to take some adjustments and finish top 16 at the Pittsburgh Regional Championship. And this variation was just me taking the team and just trying out my own twist with it. So this is pretty much pretty standard Covert Cloak, Terra Steel, Whimsicott with Fake Tears and Taunt in order to put on a lot of offensive pressure. The Fake Tears with the special attackers is really strong with the Pelipper, Golden Go, and Archaludon. And Tailwind offense is pretty underrated in the format right now. We have Choice Scarf Pelipper with the Drizzle that is able to have a fast attack with the Weather Ball and Hurricane that can be really nice. I did add Rain Dance and Icy Wind. Icy Wind is speed control, so my Pokemon that aren't really taking advantage of speed like my Archaludon and Basculegion could potentially outspeed more of those faster Pokemons in the base 100 and 110 speed tier. And Rain Dance, I thought it'd be a funny attack because hey, I could bluff leading with Pelipper and be forced to switch out. They might switch in their Torkoal, or they might switch out into their Ninetales, and then I'd go for Rain Dance, Electric Shot, and not even care about them. So I thought it'd be funny, and it did work out a few times, I suppose. Then we have also like the Golden Go with the Life Orb. Normally they run Modest on this team, but I ended up going Timid just in case for the speed tier, and I thought it was pretty decent if I didn't bring Tailwind in that matchup. I brought Focus Sash, Adaptability, Basculegion, which is a pretty powerful endgame mon because that Last Respect and the Liquidation are pretty respectable, especially in the rain. It can be a very good offensive capability with that Ghost Terror type and adaptability with Last Respect, clean up, because this team is about taking knockouts and it is very strong at doing that. The Assault Vest Incineroar, which is max speed, which I imagine you want for the Rillabooms because you want to be able to put on the pressure against them, and it just fits the offensive nature of this team, just going with a pretty fast one that is also able to switch into the Golden Goes pretty reliably. And then finally, the last mon, normally it's a Power Herb Archaludon, but I thought, you know what, Choice Specs could be funny and, you know, potentially get some knockouts. I remember in the first Regulation H Global Challenge or Grand Challenge that Choice Specs Electric Shot Archaludon was able to do well, especially next to the Quick Wobble with Focus Sash, and that's kind of what I based this team around because I think it's a pretty similar build. And I thought, you know what, they probably won't expect the Choice Specs Archaludon, and I won't even have to Terra Electric to KO a Golden Go, for instance. So I thought it'd be pretty funny, and yeah, that's basically the team. I didn't put too much thought into the team. Again, I really haven't been practicing Regulation H that much, so thought it could be a fun best of 1 team that I could potentially showcase. Didn't have the best few games with the team. I ended up streaming with it and then ended up doing pretty well on stream, so I was like, okay, I'll actually record a video with this team and see how it goes. So that's the video, and enjoy. All right, this is where I'm going to be starting off. We're going to do our 9 battles because there are only 9 games that I have left because it's currently day 2, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to play day 3, but if I do play day 3, it will be on the bonus channel. So make sure you go check out the bonus channel linked in the description down below. But otherwise, let's see. 1640. All right, that's a pretty high rating, which is nice. We're gonna see the Elizabeth team with the Archaludon, Pelipper, Ursaluna, Sinistra, Dragonite, and Incineroar. Well, I guess like Incineroar over Golden Go, but yeah, it's basically that 6. I don't want to go here in this matchup because I do have some really nice tools here. Yeah, I do have some really nice tools. The Golden Go Whimsicott's pretty good here, I'd say. Yeah, he doesn't have the best answers to offensive Whim plus Gold Angle, which I like. I think I'm going to lead Whimsicott Golden Go, but it could be a bit of a weird mind game situation. But I think for the most part, like, this is a good lead. I can't really see much wrong with it. I like Basculegion back. The question is, do I like Archaludon or do I like Pelipper? I don't really need Pelipper in this matchup, right? I think I'd rather just bring Arch. So I have ways to hit their Archaludon, which is more important. I could bring Incineroar as well. Incineroar as a pivot's nice. Basically, I got to make sure that they never get Trick Room up, because if they get Trick Room up, I'm in such a bad spot. So if it's Sinistra, we're going to play a Mind Game turn 1. Dragonite Incineroar, that's fine too. Okay. Versus Whimsicott and Goldengo. Sure. They usually run really fast instant on these teams. I'm kind of curious if I can just O-code a Whimsicott with Moonblast plus Terra, Life Orb, attack. I kind of want to gamble on it. So you know what? I'm going to go for Moonblast and I'm going to go for the Terra Fighting into Incineroar. Like, I'm willing to make the gamble because the Dragonite's kind of in a weird spot. I think it's protects, and then Incineroar probably carries Flare Blitz, I assume. I could see Flare Blitz going out into the Whimsicott slot. So let's see if I get this play right, because this is a gamble, but I think the gamble is pretty nice because I've seen a lot of these be fast, but we are going to see a Terra, which concerns me. Is this Dragonite? Okay, that's fine. Dragonite goes into Terra Steel, so I can Terra Blast it later, which is funny, but the idea situation here is I get the KO on Instant with Moonblast plus Terra Blast. You do get a Moonblast off into Instant. I don't think I'm KOing with Terra Blast. It's going to be close, but I think it's going to live on a sliver. Oh, no, we actually do get the KO, so that's beautiful. I do get the knockout into the Incineroar, which is awesome. Okay, that is pretty big. Tailwind? Yeah, they go for Tailwind, which makes sense. All right, let's see who their next Pokemon is. If it's Arch, we can go for quite a few things, but I do like this position a lot. A free Tailwind is super nice, and a Protect on Goldengo seems very safe for the most part. Kind of curious on what they decide to bring out. Going to be Archaludon. Okay, perfect. I'm going to go for Tailwind here with my Whimsicott, and I'm just going to go for Protect with my Goldengo here. Because there should be Scale Shots. They could Scale Shot their own Arch, but I actually think that's fine. They actually retreat the Arch, which is fine. They were baiting Tailwind plus the Terra Blast, it looks like. I'm going to go into Sinistra. Okay, that's actually perfect. That's actually perfect. So I protect the gold. I'm in a good spot. And Tailwind. All right. So now the Tailwind advantage. Interesting to see like this kind of mode. No Ursaluna is pretty massive for me, but I'll take it. Trying to think about how I set this up to guarantee win. I think it's like Fake Tears here. Fake Tears to Sinistra into Shadow Ball seems really solid. I could also just make it rain as well, but Shadow Ball covers the Arch, but I kind of want to do-break multi-scale on Dragonite, but I guess it's not that big of a deal. I think I'll just go for the Shadow Ball. They could switch Sinistra back into Archaludon, but they take a ton of damage. And if they Rage Powder, yeah, to cover for Moonblast, Terra Fighting, Terra Blast into the Dragonite, I felt like this was the best play possible for me. So I do get the Fake Tears off into the Sinistra, and the Shadow Ball into the Sinistra will take the knockout. Beautiful. Very nice. As they go for Scale Shot into gold, which that crit actually does kind of matter. Okay, they got the 5-hitter. They needed a 5-hitter or 4 with crit. Okay. Or no, wait, hold on. Am I doing my math right? No, they just need a 5-hitter, right? Now I gotta go out into Archaludon. I still think I'm fine here, but it could come down to some RNG and as well as EV spreads, because Archaludon usually on this team is really bulky. I'm gonna go for Fake Tears in Archaludon, and I am gonna go for a Draco Meteor. I have Specs Archaludon, so I have Specs Draco Meteor on deck into the Archaludon. I don't know if they can live this. That's the problem. If they live, it depends on how much they can do to Whimsicott, because the important part is Whimsicott surviving, because if Whimsicott survives, the Dragonite should never be able to beat the Whimsicott. So all I need is Fake Tears and a Draco Meteor, I'm pretty sure. A Scale Shot. How much does this do? They keep getting 5-hitters, okay. Wait, does this Arch even run Flash Cannon? They don't run Flash Cannon, right? They run Dragon Pulse, I'm pretty sure. Or no, they might run Flash Cannon. Okay, I do KO the Arch, so I do just win the game. So that's the power of Fake Tears plus the Choice Specs Archaludon combo. And now I should be able to beat the Dragonite because I should just be able to go for like Moonblast and a Draco Meteor. And yeah, there's like nothing they can do, right? Maybe they have Terra Steel Iron Head, but if they have Iron Head, they usually, what would they forgo? Because they have Tailwind, right? So it'd probably be Haze. And if they get rid of Haze, then that means if they forego Haze, then my Basculegion, assuming it doesn't get like 5-hit crit, I always KO with Last Respect. So yeah, felt like it was a pretty strong combo. Like the KO into instant turn 1 really turned the tides of the game, because then they got Tailwind up, but then I can get Tailwind up myself. The Dragonite was kind of in a pin slot. I was able to get a Fake Tear Shadow Ball once I was able to set my Tailwind, and I was able to pressure the Arch. Luckily I connected my Draco Meteor and then was able to seal it. So very nice of a win there. All right, pretty good, pretty good. Definitely will take it. But yeah, that's the power of like getting these turn 1 right reads, or turn 1 reads right in a global or grand challenge / global challenge setting, because it really can be with these kinds of sets. But all right, let's see, what do we have here? We're gonna see the Rillaboom, Ursaluna, Blood Moon, Dragonite, Incineroar, Golden Go, and Sneasler. Okay, so it's a pretty standard build for the most part. I'm kind of curious on what the Ursaluna set is. It could be leftovers or Solvest on this team, so can't really say based on the lead, I'm pretty sure. Rain is really good here, and I mean really good. Do I like Whims? Not really. I'm trying to figure out what my best lead combo is, because Gold is pretty strong against their team. Archaludon's pretty good. Basculegion's not bad either. I think I kind of like Arch Gold. Arch Gold actually seems really good with Basculegion and Pelipper back. Because I don't really like Whims, because I don't think I need Tailwind for most of the team. The Dragonite could be annoying, I guess. Like, what would I expect them to lead? I think they bring Blood Moon, Incineroar, and then what would be the back? Dragonite, I assume? It's probably Dragonite. I'm not bringing the best switches to Dragonite, but we'll see. Rillaboom plus Dragonite. So, kind of glad I led with the double steal, because this double steal lead is really effective here. Okay. Of course, if I had a Whimsicott, this would be very, very nice, but granted, I don't think this is too bad. I think I'm just going to go on the offense. I think I'm just going to go for Flash Cannon. And do I Flash Cannon to Dragonite? There's no way you Terra unless you're Terra Steel. I think I just go for Dragon Pulse. Make it rain. Or Dragon Pulse Shadow Ball. Debating about this turn. It's a little bit weird. They're probably faking out the Arch. I think I'm just going to Dragon Pulse Shadow Ball the Dragonite. They retreat the Rilla, so that's really good for me. Potentially. Into Ursaluna. Interesting. No Terra, so that's insane to me. Okay. I got or Protect. I got Dragon Pulse and Shadow Ball combo off. What if I just click Make It Rain, though? I feel like if I just click Make It Rain, you're in such a bad position. But maybe they thought I was going to double protect, but not double protecting in case they Tailwind. All right, beautiful. The Dragonite's gone. Huge. No speed control for them. That is a very nice thing. Sneasler coming in. Okay. Grassy Seed. Not too surprising. I think I'm just doubling up the Sneasler because I need the damage in the Sneasler. And Make It Rain will do a ton of damage to the Blood Moon anyway, so I'm kind of okay with this. As long as this isn't Terra Dark Throat Chop, which I don't think it should be. Yeah, they go for close combat, which is nice because that is going to be into the Sturdy that I do have. And we go for the Dragon Pulse into the Sneasler, which should KO the Sneasler. Beautiful. And then this is a single target Make It Rain, which will do a ton of damage. We get to find out if this is like a Solvest bear, but this bear is about to take a good amount of damage. Okay, it is probably lefties, I imagine. They overpower my gold, which is cool. It's not over yet. It is not over yet. Although they shouldn't have Vacuum Wave, so they shouldn't be able to hit the Arch. I think I just go Pelipper and I go for Ghost Terra. Yeah, I go for Ghost Terra and Hurricane. I think I always target the Rillaboom too, because Rillaboom's honestly the biggest threat. Kind of curious on who they go for. They could fake out. I guess, like, what would be worst case? I mean, there's like ways that they can play around this. If they like, if Grassy Glide KOs the Arch here, and then they Blood Moon the Pelipper maybe, but that's such a risky play. But yeah, we're gonna Ghost Terra because I feel like it's probably fake out Pelipper and Protect potentially, or Woodhammer, but we'll see. I feel like Protect Woodhammer makes the most sense to me, but let's find out. We see Terrestrialization come out. Is this Arch or is this Rilla or is this... Okay, this is really good play on their part. But because they're Fire Terra, I'm pretty sure if I get any damage on the Rilla, Aqua Jet KOs, and then I should be able to beat the Ursaluna free, right? I get a Hurricane, no Grassy Glide, so I feel like I'm good here. Good damage. Confusion, sure. Not really necessary. Dragon Pulse. Good damage. If they Woodhammer, they take the recoil to go down here. Yeah, I just win. Now I have Basculegion back. Oh, and Pelipper also survived the Woodhammer, which I'm kind of surprised by. I know Pelipper has good physical defense, but usually I'm used to seeing that brought to Sash. Beautiful. And then Earth Power. Yep. Awesome. All right, that worked out pretty well for me. That worked out pretty well. Because I think Basculegion cleaned up anyway, but yeah, now it's absolutely over for my opponent. They cannot beat the Basculegion in rain with Liquidation adaptability. That would just OHKO the Ursaluna. Maybe if they get multiple Protects in a row, like what would they need? They need like multiple Protects in a row, stall out the rain, get back to full, then live the Liquidation, then need to dodge like 2 Hurricanes because they need to yawn the Basculegion, then like 3 turns sleep. I think that's something like that. Like the odds are really in my favor here. We're gonna go for Protect. But yeah, they have to stall out this rain if they want a chance. Also, Grassy Terrain should be ending soon-ish. It also heals my Pelipper, which is kind of funny. Although it's not going to change any calcs. Nice. And then here's a Liquidation into... How many turns of rain? Yeah, there's like 3 turns of rain. You need 4 Protects. You need 4 Protects, buddy. Like, that's not happening, man. That's not happening. Liquidation, Hurricane. And yeah. But like... I mean, they kind of... I don't know why the Rilla switched into the bear. Maybe they were like... I don't know what they were scared of. Because like even the bear might have been sacrificed. So I'm just not sure. Like I can understand not faking out. But I don't know. Maybe they were like, okay, he's going to commit to double protect to stall out this fake out. I'm going to Tailwind. Go in a bear. So I have Earth Power Pressure the next turn. But like... There was a chance that I could just attack. And yeah, I was kind of forced to. That Dragonite, it was not a happy camper, was it? But we definitely take that. All right. Very nice. Like, was there anything else I would do, really? Maybe lead difference wise, but for the most part, like, it kind of just worked out. It kind of just worked out. Let's see, who is next? We got Dylan with a 1666 rating. This is pretty high. Rabombi, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Rabombi. All right, I'm leading Whimsicott here for sure. Am I leading Gold? I kind of want to lead either Gold or Archaludon. Both are decent here. Am I bring Rain? I guess that's the question. Because if they don't bring Pelipper, it's kind of weird for me, but I think it's okay. I think Whimsicott Gold is probably fine. Instant Rabombi, I guess, is kind of a weird lead. But I think it's acceptable. I think I just lead Whimsicott Gold with Archaludon and Bask in the back. Like, I don't think I need Instant in this game because... Well, I guess it just depends on what they bring because I have no clue. I feel like it's Rabombi... Ensign. I don't know. It's such a weird combo for them. Because I feel like the only way I get screwed my Whimsicott lead is a Ribombee lead. I will taunt the Ribombee probably to prevent the Tailwind from going up, right? Or I could Tailwind make it rain, but they are usually Focus Sash, so I don't think it's ever worth it. They lead Ribombee Arch, so this is perfect. I don't know if Electric Shot Oko's the gold, but this is a free taunt into Ribombee, and this is a free Shadow Ball into Arch. Yeah. Pretty sure, at least. This could go poorly if I'm misjudging the Electro Calcs. I mean, they could Terra Electric here, I suppose. But we'll find out. We do see a Terra, so it's probably Terra Electric. Okay, this is gonna be weird. Yep. I should protect a gold. If I protect gold, taunt, I'm in an amazing position, but unfortunately I got the read wrong. Like, I debated it, but I was worried that they flash cannon the Whims and I don't get Tailwind up. Yeah, they Tailwind. Electric Shot. I might have to sack 2 immediately, which is not a good feeling. I think I'm losing to endgame Gorilla or something. Okay. Yeah. I think I have to go Bast too. I don't think I can afford to go anything else. Okay, maybe if I get a read right. I can Terra Steel and try to KO the Arch, I guess. Which might give me my best odds here. I think that is probably the play. Hope that they just go for a double up in the Whims and try to secure the end game of Rilla. Like, that's what I'm hoping that they're trying to do. So I'm going to try to KO the Arch and hopefully not take enough or not take that much damage from Flash Cannon. Well, let's see. It could be like Drake Dragon Pulse Moonblast into it. Like, Moonblast I think is always going to Bast, but let's see what the rest is. Moonblast. Damage. Oh, it's a T set. It's over. It's over. I guess I could have went for Arch Speed Ties too. Arch Speed Ties wouldn't have been that bad. Yeah, sometimes you kind of just get, again, a turn 1 calls. If I protected the gold, I think I'm in a really good game-winning spot, but unfortunately not the case here. Do I have an out? Nah, I don't think so. I think I need to win the speed tie, get a Moonblast, but even then. Because it is a speed tie, I assume, between the arches. I also don't two-shot the Ribombee, so there's like no chance I win. I did win the speed tie against the arch, but I just don't think I have enough Pokemon to deal with it, unfortunately. Like, the electric typing is actually kind of weird here for the team. But yeah. I think what I should have probably done was just protect turn 1. Maybe it was protect turn 1 and go for... Protect turn 1 and Terra Steel Moonblast. That might have been really... Or Taunt. I think that would have also been really good. Because they covered Flash Cannon as well. I think I probably needed to go for it earlier. Also, that's a Sulphus Bear, so if I rematch, that's important info. But yeah, there wasn't much I could do after that turn 1. That's kind of the nature of this team. Again, hyper offense is kind of like, will I get the turn 1 right or will I get the turn 1 wrong? Like, I had a feeling it was probably going to be the Power Herb Arch because, like, I think Fake Tears into the Electroshock makes a lot of sense on this build. But yeah. All right. Move on into our next game. But where are there better leads? I almost debated about leading Arch myself. If I let Arch myself, it would have been really weird. I think it would have been better for me, though, because I could Moonblast, Dragon Pulse. I don't know. I still don't have anything faster than Arch. That's kind of the thing about it. Like, my Tailwind mode is kind of weird against opposing Tailwind as well, because I don't have like Swift Swim Basque, so I don't have anything that's faster. Like, I can bring Pelipper, but was Pelipper ever bring there? I don't really think so. I don't really like it in that matchup. I might have helped it for Bombi though. But the thing is, I don't really like if I tried to get Speed Control of Icy Wind, it's like the shield does prevents it. Okay, we face this again. But it's Golden Go mode this time, which is fine. I'm leading Whimsicott plus gold with what did I bring last time? Was it Basque Arch? No, I think it was Peli Arch. I think it was Peli Arch, yeah. This should be fine for the most part. I shouldn't have to worry about... Well, I have no Bolt Gold, so I'm pretty sure I go down to Scar Shadow Ball if it's modest. If it's timid, I might live. I feel like they're going to lead Gold and we're going to play a mind game. And also if they lead Sinistra, we're also playing a mind game. Because I don't know if they're going to make it rain or if they're going to Shadow Ball. Like, double Ghost lead, unironically, is like a pretty interesting lead that could work out huge for them. If they lead anything else, like Dragonite plus something, I can always double up the Dragonite. So, like, that's always an option I do have. Or I could Taunt immediately, which is cool. Sinistra Archaludon. Wait, this is a really good lead for me. I think. It depends. Do I think this is Trick Room? This could be Terra Dark Angle. There's a lot of weird mind games here. I think I'm going to go for Moonblast plus Make It Rain. Kind of covers a lot of swaps and it covers a Terra Dark on the Sinistra. They do Terra, so if this is Terra Dark, that's amazing for me. Assuming this KOs. I have no idea if it KOs. Yeah, they did Terra to Sinistra, so I did get this right. Isn't it Citrus? Moonblast might put it out of Citrus range, but we'll find out. Also, if I just Terrifying Terra Blast, like I could have blown up the Arch. But then they get the Baron. Ooh, that did a lot of damage, actually. Does Make It Rain KO? I hope it does. Make It Rain. Okay. We do. Nice. Huge knockout in Sinistra. That is a big knockout because if it is the Ursaluna in the back, I don't have to worry about it nearly as much. So get the call out right because I did have the taunt pressure. I had the fake up or fake tears pressure. Like I had a feeling that it could be like a Terra Dark Angle, and yeah, gladly. A Snarl doesn't do much to gold. I'm -2 special attack now, but granted, looking like a pretty good spot, I'd say. Looking like a pretty good spot, I'd say. Golden Go on their side is going to come out. I think I just go Pelipper here. Do I need Terra? I don't need Terra for the rest of the game, right? Because, like, what does Terra hit? So I think I could Terra to Whimsicott, and I can go for a Tailwind. And I can swap out a Pelipper. Because I don't really need Pelipper in this matchup at all. So I'm going to go Pelipper and Tailwind. I don't know if they're going to go for Make It Rain or Shadow Ball. Either one's fine. But yeah, we go for the Terra Steel here. And then we go for Fake Tears the next turn, I'm pretty sure. We get the Tailwind up. They go for Shadow Ball, that's fine. They did Flash Cannon, okay. They're always gonna body press the Whims, right? I'm like pretty confident they do. I'm gonna go gold and I'm gonna go for a Weather Ball into the Golden Go. I guess I could Weather Ball the Arch because I KO gold with any of my other attacks. So I think that's better. Because I don't know if -2 Electro Shot will KO the Arch. I'll get the damage in the Arch. I guess I should be worried about Ursaluna. Wow, that did a lot, actually. Okay. A Shadow Ball. Yep, and I'm assuming Body Press. Yeah. Yep, beautiful. Now I can get Arch in. And we can Shadow Ball. I'm like pretty sure with how the Weather Ball did. I'm pretty sure Shadow Ball should easily KO the Arch. But I could also target the Gold. I think I'm just going to Shadow Ball the Arch and I'm going to go for an Electro Shot. Or do I Dragon Pulse? Specs Dragon Pulse might just KO the Arch. I guess I could just go for Shadow Ball into Arch and Electro Shot to Gold too, because I'm pretty sure +1 Arch will always KO Gold, and they're probably retreating into Ursaluna anyway, I assume. Yeah. Okay, so the Electro Shot was bad. I should have Dragon Pulsed, but this is still fine. Well, it's fine if I KO the Arch. I'm pretty sure Shadow Ball should KO the Arch if the Weather Ball did that much, because that was Timid Pelly Weather Ball. It should not be doing that much to Arch, I think, unless you don't have any spit depth. So I think Shadow Ball should KO. Yeah. Nice. And now I think I have a guaranteed endgame lock. Yeah, I do have a guaranteed endgame lock. The guaranteed endgame lock, assuming that this is Scarf Gold and they didn't change the team, is just to protect my Golden Go and go for an Electro Shot into the Golden Go to take the knockout. Because if I knock out Golden Go, let's say they Earthquake, it's fine because I can always swap out in my Whimsicott, and then I can go for a single target Make It Rain into the Bear, and single target Make It Rain into Dragon Pulse will KO. I have Sturdy on the Arch, so I'll definitely live the turn. Yeah. I just gotta make sure I can reset the move that I can go with for Archaludon. So Electro Shot. Yeah, I was like pretty confident that I KO'd the Arch at that range with Shadow Ball after seeing the Weather Ball damage. Like Shadow Ball's stronger. Goodbye, Golden Go. Yep. And they go for Earthquake? Yeah. But that is not going to be enough to KO my Arch. And let's say like my Arch's Sturdy was broken. Whimsicott comes in, I click Fake Tears, Make It Rain, and I win the game that way. So unless the Bear is for some reason a Assault Vest, but yeah, it's always Flame Orb, so I pretty much had this locked. Now I can go for a single target, Make It Rain, plus a swap into Whimsicott. I'll go down to the double Earthquake, but I'll then have Dragon Pulse on deck to clean up the end game. So very nice. Yeah, Whimsicott in. How much? That's a lot of damage. Like, I can't think of a tech move that they could have to save this game. Yeah, and it's Earthquake again. So yeah, I guarantee win here. Because we already saw there's Flame Orb, so I get a Dragon Pulse off. Our Archaludon just outspeeds. We have a guaranteed Dragon Pulse. Thankfully, we have... And like, even Flash Cannon would have cleaned up, right? So, yeah. Whimsicott goes down. Now we bring out our Archaludon and we click Dragon Pulse. Unless I missed something, but I'm pretty sure I didn't miss anything here. Regular Ursaluna doesn't get Vacuum Wave, right? That would be insane right here. That would be insane. Dragon Pulse KOs to Ursaluna. Good game. Okay, cool. Again, it's kind of suspicious on their lead, so that's why I like had assumption that they were going to go for like some kind of Trick Room, Terra Dark plan. Like I had a feeling that they would probably try to play around the Fake Tears combo. I almost debated about going for like Terra Blast into that Sinistra slot, but I just never felt it was worth it. So very happy with like the commitment that I made turn one. It worked out. Was the Electro Shot the most optimal move there? I think so. I guess again, I could have Dragon Pulsed the Archaludon on their slot, and I guess like Dragon Pulse is stronger than Shadow Ball, right? Like Life Orb, Shadow Ball, and Arch. Actually, yeah, it might have been better just to Dragon Pulse because Dragon Pulse is stronger than Shadow Ball. So maybe I should have just Dragon Pulse the Arch and I should have just Shadow Balled the Gold anyway, because they would have worked out the same probably. Yes. Yeah, I think so. But that is, I guess, for another time. All right. That is for another time. But I do think that the plan did work out, and I'm glad I had like a suspicion. All right. Our Trick Room with Smeargle, which makes this really weird. I do like our Archaludon plus... I need Pelly. I need Bask. Or do I need Gold? I kind of want to lead Gold, but I'm not 100% certain. Are they leading into the Gallade, into the Hatterene, or into the plus Smeargle? That's the question. I think Arch Gold makes a lot of sense. Or maybe it's not Arch. Stardy's good against this team, but I feel like I need to have other tools. I think I just go with Gold Bask. Gold Bask seems so okay enough. Maybe Gold Ensign. I guess Gold Ensign probably works too. Gold Ensign works with Bask and Pelipper, because I feel like I need Protect to sell out the what's it called, the Trick Room turns, which is pretty important. Like, this team's mashup is a bit rough because I don't have the best tools for Trick Room. I do have ways to stall it out. Like, normally it's like Taunt Whimsicott to stop like Trick Room P2 stuff, right? Or Fake Tears KOs, but Psychic Terrain pretty much invalidates that. I do have enough tools with Assault as instant, I think, but I have to get like a lot of calls, right? Indie Gallade, okay. Versus Golden Go Instant. Alright, alright, alright. I'm gonna make a bit of a nuts play here, and I'm gonna Shadow Ball, knock off the Gallade turn 1. Oh, it's Psychic Seed. Interesting. So, wait, we have that Intimidate, which is kind of massive. Alright. We're gonna Shadow Ball, knock off the Gallade, because the Gallade might attack here. And if the Gallade attacks, that's fine. Well, I don't know if they're going to follow me Trick Room or if they're going to Trick Room with Indie and attack with Gallade. If I get the KO on Gallade, that's pretty massive because Instinct gets to pivot a lot easier against this team. But if they just follow me and they Trick Room, I get knock off into Indie as well as, like, you know, get to stall out the turns or start stalling out the turns. I go for the Shadow Ball, which fails. Knock off. Okay. Nice. Guess with the goggles, the Trick Room goes up. Are you Night Slash? I don't think it should be Night Slash. I think I'm going to Shadow Ball to Gallade and I'm going to swap to Basculegion. I'm playing aggressive here because I have no idea if my opponent's going to be one of those players who doubles out the Indie to take advantage of like switching out, right? They could go for Helping Hand Sacred Sword into Instant as well. Basculegion hard switch actually covers that. And if they decide, hey, I'm going to... I don't think Helping Hand Night Slash kills Gold. I really don't think it does. But I also want to cover if they go hard Torkoal, for instance, or hard Ursaluna to get like the Flame Orb active, because then I can actually protect the next turn and I actually can stall out the Trick Room turns. That's kind of a big thing, is I need to preserve the Protects to use at the right moment when I'm actually threatened. I'm not currently threatened by like the Gallade Indie combo. We bring out the Bask. You see Terastallization, so is this Gallade? It has to be. Yeah. Oh my god, it might be Night Slash. Oh my, why do I say this stuff out loud? Does that guarantee lose me? No, no it doesn't, but that's pretty annoying. We're gonna go for U-turn into Entity, and I guess we're just gonna go for a liquidation into Gallade. They might go for Helping Hand Sacred, but I don't think that will KO my instant this time. I'm not bulky instant, but they're -2 attack. I always underestimate how much Gallade does, but I think they might go for Helping Hand attack again, but that's fine as well. I got a double knockout. And then hopefully can stall out the Trick Room. It's looking rough, but it might be possible. They did use Terrassization, so they don't have Terrassization for anything else in the later parts. So maybe I can squeeze out, but yeah, this is rough. Okay, Helping Hand is ideal. It's probably an instant, I imagine. Oh, no, they tied the Bass, which works out. Okay. Have the Sash. Huge. And what's nice about the speed order is instant goes first. U-turns out into my... U-turns out of my Pelipper, and I get a rain boosted liquidation with the adaptability. Hopefully KOs Gallade, and then it's a 2v3 situation, hopefully. That's like what I need here. So Pelipper in. Rain. Liquidation. KOs the Gallade. Beautiful. Okay. So it's not over yet. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. It really depends on who's in the back, though. And they don't have Terrassization anymore, which is good. Ursaluna Torkoal? That'd be most ideal situation. Nice. Okay. I think I have a pretty good chance of winning then. Yeah, 2 turns of Trick Room. We're gonna go Insane. We're gonna go for the Protect on the Basque. He probably Headlong Rush to Pelipper, but like, do I have a counterplay? No. I just need Pelipper around. I just need Pelipper around for one more turn, because once I get my Pelipper in, I'm in a good spot. It might come down to a read on their side, because the read is going to be pretty important here. But yeah, we always switch to Instant, protect the Basque, and we go for a double protect. I'm assuming Instant's going down to Headlong Rush Eruption. But we'll see. Incineroar in. Intimidate the bear. It isn't Guts, but Eruption plus Fink should easily KO. Also, we get a double protect with Basque. We absolutely guarantee. Wait, they Weather Ball and Headlong? I think if I get the free switch, I just guarantee here. Facade? Wait, why? Oh, they Facade. Wait. But that was doing nothing. Like... What? I feel like you doubled a... Why wouldn't you Eruption there? Are they specs? I guess they're specs. We go for double protect. Like, that's confusing to me in a lot of ways. That's confusing to me in a lot of ways. I could go Pelipper for my Ensign, but I am not risking my Pelipper because they can Facade my Ensign. So always go for the double attack because, like, if I get it, I'm in an instant game winning position. If I don't, I still think I'm in a really good spot no matter what. Especially since they didn't KO my Ensign on the switch. I'm feeling pretty good here. Okay, yeah, that's fine. They Weather Ball my Ensign? What? Oh, they read my Pelly on that slot. And I knocked out the bear. I should have U-turned. I should have U-turned. That doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Psychic Terrain ends. I guess I'm going to find out what the Torkoal set is, and I'm going to protect the Bass, because I'm trying to sack my Instant to bring in Pelly. Because these Pokemon don't have Trick Room. Maybe if, like, Bear has, I don't know, Substitute. Maybe. Maybe. But right now, I can't see any setup here that can give them a chance. But yeah, I'm trying to sack my Instant to get the free switch to Pelly. I guess I'm going to confirm it. The Torkoal has Protect even. It is Choice Specs. Okay, so that's why they locked in the Weather Ball. I feel like, I guess they don't have Heat Wave, but I'm curious on what the move pool is. They get a crit on my instant. Doesn't matter. I go into my Heli, click Weather Ball, Liquidation. Game is over, right? Like, if they KO'd my instant on the Switch, I was probably going to go for a Terra Ghost gamble with my Pelipper and go for a Weather Ball and a Torkoal. Because Weather Ball will KO, like, either of these Pokemon. If I survive the turn with Peli, with the Terra Ghost, as a hopefully, ideally, Facade, then I'm in a good spot, right? So that was, like, the idea here. But yeah, we go for Weather Ball into the Torkoal. We go for Liquidation into the Bear. And we have this sealed. So even though the Night Slash turn was very awful, I'm glad that it worked out. They go for Protect, but it doesn't matter. Like, I have two Mons that just OHKO everything, and they used the Terrassization earlier. So Weather Ball KOs the Torkoal, and by Torkoal, and now I can just double up the Bear. Interesting, but I'm glad the sequencing did work out. Even though it technically didn't, because I lost my gold, and if I had gold around, stalling out this Trick Room would have been so much easier, but it wasn't too bad. Go for Liquidation, go for Weather Ball, as long as I didn't do something dumb like self-target myself for some reason. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Could have been scary, like for instance if Indeedee tried to swap into the Bear, but even if they did that, I think like it's playable if because like I have Ghost and Flying types, so I can play around it. I just have to get the calls right then. But interesting Facade, like I just don't get why they Facaded the instant or the Peli. I feel like you always go for Headlong Rush there to cover. Maybe they thought I was Sash and would attack, but I mean they would lose if I just attack with Pelipper at that point. But yeah. Oh, man. All right. 4 more games left. 4 more games. We'll see what we can get out of these last 4 games. Andrew, 1572. Okay. Whimsicott Gold Basky Legion. You want to assume it's Scarf Basky Legion Pop Bomb Mouse? Or is this going to be... Is this like some new version of like... I don't even know what to say. I like Archaludon lead with Whimsicott. It's really hard for them to break through it. I don't think they're ever bringing the Mousehold because I don't think Mousehold's good against my team. I think Peli... Basky Legion in the back is correct. Instant's not bad here, but I think I need more offensive tools against a Bask. The Scarf Basky Legion is going to be the terrifying part. Like, I don't have the best answers to Scarf Basky Legion. I really have to preserve my Sash on Basky Legion, or I need to make sure I have my Weather, or not Whale, or Weather, Tailwind control. I don't know why it was... Oh, Mousehold Hydreigon, what? Interesting. Interesting. Can I just Draco the Mouse and I can go for a Terra Steel Moonblast? Actually, can't I just Tailwind? Yeah, I can just Tailwind. Yeah, I get a free Draco and a free Tailwind. I guess like this lead makes sense though if I like led gold. But yeah, we Draco Meteor and a Mouse and we Tailwind here. We're gonna see Terrassization, that makes sense. This better not be Fairy Terra on the Mouse. Yeah, it's the Hydreigon, that makes sense to me. Okay, they Terra Steel, which is pretty ideal. I don't mind Terra Steel Hydreigon here. Are they specs? I'm trying to figure this out. Alright, no Protects. I get a free Tailwind up. Arch. Arch, what are you doing, man? They went for fake tears. Okay. That's supportive then. Also, why are they faster Hydreigon and slower Mouse if that's the case? What? Oh, that's a really annoying turn. I guess like it's not Pop Bomb Mouse then, so I guess I'm just gonna go on the offense with Fake Tears Draco and try to get my KO. If they follow me, I get the KO onto Mouse, so I guess it's not too bad. I lose my Arch, but granted, this is probably doable. But yeah, that's such an annoying miss, unfortunately. Arch! Arch! What are you doing? I think I like lose. Like I lost too much momentum. Are you kidding me, man? Probably follow me, Snarl again. I mean, it doesn't really matter. If they protect this turn, I'll be mad because I could Fake Tears Weather Ball the Hydreigon. What is my Arch doing, man? I got a KO into the Mouse, most likely turn 1. Follow me. Unless you're Sash, but I don't think you are. Yeah. Could have had a Mousehold gone turn 1. Unfortunate. Special attack drop. Yes. Snarl on Pelipper. Nope. We're lucky. Okay. Trying to think if I have an out. They probably go Murkrow. Maybe if it's Murkrow, I can win. Gold comes out. Okay. So Tailwind. Maybe it's winnable. It's like super unlikely, but I think so. My back is Bask. I can win off that. Yeah, I'm going to Fake Tears to the Hydreigon and Weather Ball and hopefully get the KO into Hydreigon. If they have Protect, it's screwed, but I have no clue what this Hydreigon set is. Might be Specs, but I can't tell based on the damage realistically. Nice. Okay. I'm pretty sure even with the -1 special attack, I'm pretty sure Weather Ball, because it's such a strong move, will KO the Hydreigon. Nice. All right. The moment of truth is what the gold click. They click Make It Rain or they click Shadow Ball and Pellet. Either is fine. Assuming Whimsicott lives a turn. Nice. That's a lot of damage, but good enough. Although I could still very easily lose the end game depending on what the last Pokemon is. I feel like it's not Murkrow though. Their own Basculegion. Okay, I think I should be fine. It depends on their Basculegion set a lot. I think it's is it Specs Gold? It's not Life Orb, and I think it might be Life. I think it's Specs Gold. We're gonna Tailwind and Last Respect here, the gold. It really depends on the Basculegion set. Are you Sash on the Basculegion or are you Scarf? If you're Scarf, it makes it a lot easier for me, but if it is Sash, I lose probably. The Last Respect into the gold takes a knockout. They Last Respect me, that's fine. They should always target my Bass with Aqua Jet if they have it. Well, they're Aqua Jetting this turn, but if they aren't... Yeah, they Aqua Jet this turn, they have it. But yeah, we Fake Tears to Bask. The reason we Fake Tears to Bask is because then actually doesn't really change much. I mean, maybe Moonblast crit. Hmm. They do have Protect, so it's not Scarf. They baited my Protect. They're hoping I don't have Encore. No double Protect, I lose. They Aqua Jet, right? Yep. If I get the double Protect, I can go for Moonblast, and then depending on the damage, I can go for Moonblast Aqua Jet the next turn potentially to try and win. That was basically what I was going for. Oh, that did nowhere near enough. Okay. That did way less than I expected. Oh, dude, the early turns were so messed up, man. They were so messed up. Because hitting those early Draco Meteors meant I had healthier Mons, which meant I could actually do damage and preserve. Like, for instance, I could have had an easier endgame against the Arch by actually be keeping the Archaludon around by being able to switch out earlier. That would have been massive. Unfortunately, my Arch decided to miss the mouse hole twice, man. Which is so unfortunate. But that is the risk I take when I'm using Draco Meteor. Which is funny because it's the only inaccurate move that this team has other than Icy Wind. Like, they're not bad odds. Basky Legion, Golden Go. Okay, so it's kind of like same team, basically. Okay. I'm going to lead my Archaludon Whimsicott, I think. And then in the back... Basky Legion Golden Go, I want to say, because I'm assuming that this is going to be the Fede version with the stuff, and the Fede version runs like, I mean, it's the same sets, but it's just like not Specs Arch. That's basically what it is. I think it's a lot of the mind games on turn 1 are just going to be super crucial, like who gets Tailwind up. Do they have max speed Whimsicott and go for a taunt speed tie? That would be really frustrating, I think, for me, but like, what else can I do here? Luckily, Sturdy Arch pretty much survives the turn no matter what and gets a knockout, other than I guess against Gold, which I'm probably going to try to use Basket Legion for Gold for the most part. I don't know, like just the fact that they have Sashes and Sturdies, like this is always just going to be like who gets the better trades for the most part. Like that's what this matchup comes down to. Whimsicott Gold is fine. I think I'm always gonna go for a Flash Cannon to Whims and Terra Steel Taunt. I think that's the best play. Covers Make It Rain. If they go for the attacks in the Arch, that's fine. I mean, I have no idea if they're max speed Whims or not. I'm pretty sure Fede had bulk, but I'm not 100% sure what they run here. Let's see. I'll always get the Terra first and get the Terra Steel so I can survive Make It Rain. But the rest we'll find out. Shadow Ball will also do a ton to Arch, but we'll find out. Are they Terra fighting? Or is this Terra Whim on too? Okay, they Terra Dare Whims. Okay, so interesting speed tiers we find out. So interesting speed tiers. So I can taunt the Whimsicott before they can move. So I have the faster Whims. They can't Tailwind. Nice. And I get a Flash Cannon off into Whims. Interesting. Shadow Ball into Arch. Okay. They're not going to Shadow Ball to Arch again. They're probably Moonblasting the Arch and attacking the Whims. I should be able to get a Moonblast into their Whims pretty safely, because I want to stagger these Tailwind turns if possible. Not a terrible trade. Unless they Shadow Ball my Arch. I really think they're just clicking Moonblast out. Unless their Whims is slower than my Arch, which I'd be shocked if that was the case. But I think Moonblast puts the Whims in Shadow Ball range from my Golden Go, so I think that's worth it. And I think preserving the Arch is actually ideal. Okay, free Moonblast. Yep. Okay, Moonblast. They get Moonblast Shadow Ball, I suppose. They got me there, but that's still like fine, realistically. Yeah, that's still fine. This Bass comes in now, and I get to click Tailwind plus Last Respect or Liquidation if I want, but I think I go for Last Respect. Yeah. They can protect, but the Whim's got nowhere near does enough damage. Okay. Last Respect fails. Like, Moonblast should probably do like 30%. I doubt they have much investment. Yeah. Whimsicott shakes out the taunt, but I just go for a Last Respect here into gold and a taunt into the Whimsicott. If they had instant, I feel like they might have tried to switch in earlier, but we'll see. I still have Moonblast Liquidation that can do a bunch of damage regardless, so that's fine too. I also don't think you bring instant in this matchup realistically. Gold retreats, but that's fine. Archaludon is taking a lot of damage from the Last Respect. I wonder if it's a 2-shot. Yeah, here's a taunt. Yeah, that's a 2-shot. Beautiful. Who knows? Moonblast might KO the Arch at that range, so I think I'm willing to go for it. I'm going to go for Last Respect and a Moonblast into the Arch. This could be a mistake, but I think at this point I'm willing to risk it because I was like down behind from earlier. Like, Arch special defense without investment isn't great, and that's definitely not a bulky Arch. That's definitely the sturdy set. Yeah, and they protect. They've been making the protect play like for so long, so this works out huge for me. So now I get to maintain the speed advantage, which is nice. Wonder what their last mon is. Because if it's their own Bass, this could be an issue. But if it isn't, I'm probably fine. Oh, is it their own Basque? I wouldn't be surprised if it is. Oh, it's Pelipper. Interesting. Their back is gold, so I think I'm in a good spot, I'd say. Can't I just Last Respect to Arch and go for Fake Tears or Taunt? I'm pretty sure I can. Yeah, I'm gonna Fake Tears to Pelipper and just Last Respect. And then the rest just comes down to a bit of a mind game, but they don't know my set on the goal on my Arch, so I'm Electro Shot to KO. We'll see. Muddy Water, does that KO Basque? No, it doesn't. Okay, yeah, it's fine. If we don't deal with the accuracy drop, okay. I think it doesn't matter if I protect here, right? Well, no, it does actually. Yeah, it does. I go for protect and Tailwind. That works out really well for me. Okay. As I get the Tailwind up, I assume they don't have Tailwind on Pelipper because it should be Scarf and locked into Muddy Water. Go for the Tailwind, so I set up my Arch correctly. They go for Muddy Water again. I just need to hit this move, man. I just need to hit this one move. Okay, Whimsicott goes down. Actually, I might... Well, no, I do have to because they both have spread moves that knock me out. All right. Last Respect and Electroshot. They Terra... Yeah, they Terra Steel the Whims as well with me. Yes, I go for Electroshot and Pelipper. If they're Sash Pelipper, I do lose, but I just don't think they are. Like, they should be Sash Basculegion. And if they are, we pray for the miss. Yeah, it's not. Okay. Okay. I was holding my breath there. I was really holding my breath because that could have gone good like it did, or it could have gone awful. Okay. Even though like the turn 2 wasn't great where I had to sack gold, I didn't think I was that bad a spot. A free switch to Basculegion, adaptability, like just Last Respect, really crushed them. And me having the faster whim just helped out, especially because denying them the Tailwind just really helped me capitalize on the advantage there. So not too shabby, not too shabby. But we'll figure out the rest, I suppose. That could have gone so wrong, though. That could have gone so wrong. We got Lewis 1629. All right. So Power of Arch, that's confirmed here, basically. They have their own whims, which is a bit annoying. I think I got to do Whims Gold here. There's not really much I can say. The back is rough. Because I don't know. I think I need my own Arch, and I feel like I need Pelipper, which stinks because I would like Basculegion more. So I can guarantee pressure the... I think just liquidation pressures more, but having the Scarf Pelipper, I need the Rain Up, I think. I can actually threaten some pretty powerful attacks with Electroshot, but we'll find out. I'm kind of curious on what they're leading here. Incineroar Archaludon's an interesting lead. Okay. Versus Whimsicott Gold. I have a fun play that I can make. Which is go Pelipper Protect. Because I'm thinking that they're going to either go for the Electroshot into the Golden Go, which is fine. And Flare Blitz the Whims, which I think makes sense here. But I have Icy Wind, Terrifying Terra Blast available the next turn, I think, which would be really clutch. Bring out the Pelipper. Protect the gold. They probably... Well, they didn't Terra Electric Electroshot, so I'm curious on what their move here is. Oh, they Flash Cannon instead. Okay, that's fine. Nice. Okay, that works out. I don't think they're protecting this Archaludon, and if they do, I guess they got me. But I'm going for Icy Wind plus Terrifying Terra Blast. Please don't Terra Electric the Archaludon, and if you do, one of you boys crits the Archaludon. Because normally you would think this is a safe spot for Archaludon with Sturdy. That's usually faster, but nice. Big Icy Wind, a big Terrifying Terra Blast into the Arch. Take the knockout. That's a huge Mon gone I don't have to worry about. The Terrifying Terra Blast KOs the Arch. Beautiful. Very good. A bit different from what I expected, but still kind of in the range of expectation. I just took a bit more damage with Pelipper than I thought I would have. And I get to keep my Scarf on Pelipper, which is nice. I get rid of my Life Orb, but that's acceptable. What's their back? If it's Dragonite, I just switch into Whimsicott Protect. Well, I don't even have to do that. I could go for Icy Wind, make it rain. Or Terra Fighting Terra Blast if I really want to. I think I do go Whimsicott. Oh, Ursaluna. Okay. If it's Ursaluna... Interesting. I like the idea of just going Whims though and protecting. Yeah, I think that's fine. They're gonna Terra, which is perfect because finding out their Terrassization is just huge for my end game. We're gonna see Terrassization on the Blood Moon, go into Terra Water. So now they're weak to Arch Electroshot, so they don't have to switch into Electroshot anymore. Beautiful. They probably tried to cover Icy Wind Terra Blast, but not making that play, so this works out really well for me. They went for Blood Moon into the Golden Go too, so my Whimsicott super safe. I was wondering if they were going to try to call the Whimsicott switch because the Pelipper was locked in Icy Wind, but this works out huge for me. We see the Parting Shot come out, which is fine. If this is Dragonite, I always click Taunt. If this is Golden Go, I'm clicking Tailwind Shadow Ball. Or I guess I can make it rain. Either one's fine. It is Dragonite, so I do click Taunt here. I'm clicking Taunt, and I'm clicking... I guess I just make it rain. Yeah. They could switch to Incin, but that's fine. Oh, they Extreme Speed my Whims. Interesting. Okay. I gotta Taunt into the D-Knight. I want to see if this is a Solvest Bear or not, because that's a big question I have. I think that is... Ideally, they Earth Power to Gold, which... Oh, Hyper Voice. Okay, so they should be a Solvest. They get a crit on Whims, but that's fine. Right? Yeah, that should be fine. Well, actually, it depends on the... It depends on the D-Knight. Oh, no. The crit might actually have mattered. Oh, because I don't know the Dean. I don't think the D-Knight's banded on this because I think the Extreme Speed would have done more. They can Scale Shot my Arch just really bad. They didn't switch. Did they Last Ditch Vacuum Wave? That makes sense. Okay. Oh, I think this is a disaster now. I didn't think I was switching to crit Hyper Voice, and I also didn't think the D-Knight had E-Speed. I do KO to Ursaluna, but I'm about to lose Arch, I feel. Like, maybe not. I mean, Scale Shot could also miss. Because they didn't Extreme Speed, so they're not banded. Or they could have targeted Gold, which would be ideal. Because I could have set up a wonderful fake tier situation. Now I can't. Yeah, I can't win. Oh, that was unfortunate. That was unfortunate. If I crit the Dean, I would make it rain, maybe. Was it better to stay in an Icy Wind? No, I think I always need Pele, so I think always switching into Whims was technically correct. I can't switch hard into Arch because if I take that much damage, then it's definitely messed up. Yeah, like I had to make the play. Maybe I could have Shadow Balled instead and played more aggressive with Golden Go, I suppose, like twice. If I played more aggressive with Golden Go, like maybe. But like, yeah, that was just unfortunate. Also, yeah, I forgot they could E-Speed crit. Not enough. One last chance. I think I messed up too. I think if I Shadow Ball, I win. Because they knocked off. If I Shadow Balled a D-Knight instead of Make It Rain, I think I won. Because if I Shadow Balled, it was the same amount of damage. Because I think I'm -2. I don't KO the D-Knight now. Oh, crit. Crit. Crit to D-Knight. Golden go. Please. Crit to D-Knight. It's over. Yeah. If I Shadow Ball there, I won instead. I should have Shadow Balled. Because I didn't think 2 Make It Rains would actually KO the D-Knight at that range. But yeah, it would have. So I should have Shadow Balled into Make It Rain. Because if I did that, then I could set up a situation where I can always get a KO, I think, no matter what. But yeah, now it's over. Unfortunate. Also, if I had Whimsicott around, like, this could have been a Tailwind. A Tailwind would have helped sealed it, man. Because I don't lose to the speed boosting Dragonite, but that is Mons sometimes. I think we have one more game, so hopefully we can win the last one, but it's been a bit disheartening. Some of these games have been disheartening, especially like my early start. Like, I did stream with this team, which I'll link in the description down below. And yeah, let me just say my start was awful. My start was awful, but then I started streaming and then it worked out. So let's see. Rain with mouse. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be standard stuff. Probably pop bomb mouse, I'd imagine. Let's pop on mouse. I like our Archaludon Whimsicott lead. Yeah, I like our Archaludon Whimsicott. I like Bask, and do I like Gold or do I like Pelly more? Because I do need the Rain probably in this matchup, just to ensure I get like KOs of electric. To ensure I get like electric shots fired off. Be Gold too, because having a switch to Moon is really nice. I think I'll bring. You know what? I'll bring Gold. I can also just Draco through this team because they don't have a Draco switch in unless they have a Fairy Terra somewhere. So I can go for Draco Meteor turn 1 if they don't lead Pelipper. I feel like they need Pelipper because if they don't have the Swift Swim for Basky Legion, it's like really tough to navigate through my team. But we'll see. I'm trying to simulate like what kind of leads they go for. Instant lead's always a thing that could be possible here. They could just lead Arch Pelly. If they lead Arch Pelly, that's like... I'm going for Fake Tears Draco Meteor turn 1. I'm going for Fake Tears Draco Meteor turn 1 if they do that. Okay, wait, let me think about this. Is that the play? It might not be. It might just be to Electroshot Moonblast here. I think it is, actually. Because I'm assuming it's Sash Pelly. Yeah, I'm gonna Electroshot Moonblast. I think that's the safest way. I don't think Pelly protects here. I really don't think it should. I like boosting up the damage. Okay, yeah, no protects. I get a Moonblast off. I don't want to lose Whim. Yeah, okay, perfect. I deny a Tailwind from their side, which is huge, and I get a boosted Archaludon, which is nice. And like, what's Arch gonna do? Electroshot me back? That's fine. But yeah, I KO the Pelly, which is the important part. So Pelly goes down. Beautiful. Hey, Electroshot. Okay, this is probably into my Arch, which means I should be taking like, what, 60%? Maybe 70? Oh, they targeted a Whim because they read the Terra. Okay. Perfect. That actually is really good. I get to keep my Sturdy. Moongus. I have no idea if this KOs, but I assume it does. And I will go for it. I will go for it. Because if I get the KO into a Moongus, it's massive. I know No Rage Powder, which I'm surprised by. I guess they just spored. Is this Choice Specs Terra Electric +2 and they're -2 speed def? Come on, there's no way Amoonguss is that bulky. Like, that's absurd to live this. Like, it's so absurd to live that. Yeah. Electro shots. Are they targeting the Whim again? Do I live with the Whim? Maybe barely. Or did they target the Arch? They target the Whim again. Okay, I still have my Sturdy. Yeah, Whim survives. I just guarantee win now. At least I'm pretty sure I do. Is last Mon Basque? If it's last Mon Basque, I go for Tailwind, yeah. And I want to make sure I KO the Basque, and they're usually banded on this team. If they have Protect, that's fine still. Because the Arch still has to get damage in my Arch, and I can go for like Fake Tears in the Arch the next turn. I guess like what? Like Sash Swift Swim? Basque is the only way I'm like, oh wait, this might be a problem, but otherwise I think I'm cool. Unless +2 Life Orb Shadow Ball doesn't KO Arch, which I think it does. Ooh, okay, they do have Protect. Okay. I did get the Tailwind up. I feel like it's probably Life Orb Basque. It's like way more likely to be Life Orb Basque. Okay. They have to target my Arch, right? There's like no way you don't target the Arch here. Okay, they do. Okay. I go for Electroshots into a Fake Tears into Arch. Wait, did they not Aqua Jet? Okay, I was about to say that's crazy. Unless they don't have Aqua Jet, maybe it's like flip turn last move. All right. Goodbye Arch, but I think my endgame is set up. I just last respect Shadow Ball the Basque, and I think I guarantee win. It is Life Orb Basque too, so it's not even Sash, so they can't win. Unless the Arch has Protect. But I just really don't think it's Protect. If it is Protect, I can easily lose, but we'll find out. The way they're playing this makes me think it's AV. The way they're playing this makes me think it's Assault Vest. So we'll find out. We go for Shadow Ball and a Last Respect. I guess they haven't Terra'd yet, but like what Terra can save them? I don't think they have a Terra that can save them. Wow. A normal Terra. A normal Terra would actually save them, so that was a bad joke. Gold is always faster than Basque, even if it's Jolly, so I always get the Shadow Ball guaranteed into the Basque. Terrestrialization, I think this is probably Basque Legion. Yeah. They're hoping that they can live a Last Respect or a Shadow Ball thrown off. Makes sense. You go for Shadow Ball. Oh wow, the Arch actually took that really well, but it shouldn't survive this Last Respect. Yeah. The Arch goes down to the Last Respect, and then it's Basque Legion versus the World, and I can't really see this winning. I go for Last Respect into my Golden Go to take the knockout, but now I have a full power adaptability Last Respect, and I do have my Tailwind up still. They're going to protect us all this last round Tailwind, but I do have a Focus Sash. There is technically one way they can win. Well, we saw Aqua Jet, we saw Last Respect, we saw Protect. There's no way they're Phantom Force. I think Phantom Force is like the only move that can win them the situation, because then they could actually like get every single speed tie if this is a speed tie, right? Like they Phantom Force, win the speed tie, then they lose the speed tie the next turn. Like maybe that could let them, but yeah. Otherwise I can't see an out. If they do have Phantom Force for some reason, Did we see Wave Crash ever? I don't think we did. I'm like pretty sure we didn't. I outspeed. I get the last respect off. I KO'd the Basket Legion because it's powered up. And that is a good game. Also, like, even if they lived, it would have been like a sliver probably. And then they would go down to their own life orb. And again, I still have Sash available. So not much that they can do. So kind of an all right, I think, session. It wasn't like the greatest session. I did get a little bit unlucky, I think. There were probably a few turns I could have probably played out of, but yeah, I mean, for the most case, a lot of this is HO. You get like a lot of calls right at the beginning, and you get short games, right? If you get the reads right and you hit your moves, great spot. But I did feel like I was clicking Draco Meteor way more than I thought with Arch, because I didn't actually expect it when I recreated this team. But yeah, I ended up clicking it pretty decently, I'd say. But yeah, not terrible, I guess. Especially, again, I had a really bad beginning, and if you want to watch like the streams, make sure you go check out the link description down below. I'll link to the playlist to stream as like the current latest video for it, but you can also check out my other stuff as well. And yeah, I don't know what else to say, because I did not expect to be using this team. I really did not. First time piloting the team, and it worked out. Thank you for watching, and you can check out the rest of my YouTube stuff for more VGC content as always. And yeah, I'll catch y'all later. How was the team? I mean, it's pretty strong. I mean, I still think it has a lot of potential. I do think that the Choice Specs Archaludon was a bit weird, because I was like always really weird on fake out and priority kind of mind games and switching out, and you don't really want to switch out with the team. You want to be able to just take the knockouts, or at least protect, because then if you switch out, you're taking damage, while protect, at least you're sticking around in the field. So it was pretty strong in some cases. There were like a few games I remember playing where Choice Specs really made a difference, especially that Choice Specs Draco Meteor right off the bat. But there are some cases where it can be pretty devastating to not have protect in that position. But the team was fun overall. What I really recommended, I mean, it was fun for the Grand Challenge, but I don't think it's like the strongest team out there, especially with the Choice Specs Archaludon. I think the standard version is like way better, but yeah, it was just a fun tryout, because I was fearing Choice Specs Archaludon for the Grand Challenge or Best of Ones, and yeah, I felt like it could be pretty strong, and it was able to get those surprise knockouts. If you'd like to check out the details of the team, they'll be linked in the description down below, but otherwise, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more VGC content as always.